everyone. Hi to everyone here in stream and on YouTube. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are practicing that self-care. Guys, if you guys have been enjoying the content, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, comment. It helps the algorithm a ton because for some reason, you know, YouTube likes to, like, I don't know, put some weird restrictions on stuff. But it helps a ton, even if it's a, hey, I saw this video, you're cool, or something like that. It helps a ton. Guys, we will be pausing, we will be analyzing. As you guys can tell, we have a lot of amazing individuals in the chat scrolling by here. It is a live analysis. So that means that we're stopping every so often. We're talking about the psychological concepts. We're going through trying to understand the characters for who they are, what they're representing, what their next behaviors might be. It is not about predictions. It's about the baseline psychology aspect of the entire thing. You know, and I want to make that clear because people seem to think, oh, your job is just to predict stuff. No, a psychologist's job is never to predict stuff. It's to understand behavior and analysis, like behavior and the human mind. With that being said, I don't see a reason to stall, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, amazing individual here. Why don't we go ahead and, I know, come join us live next time. Yeah, we tend to do this every Friday and Sunday, on Twitch, but we tend to have other days as well. Anyways, let's go. Oh, yeah. Since it's the opening, here you go. Morrison, please. I'm not gonna analyze this. Thank you. Alerts are still on? Okay, hold on. Don't do that. It's that addictive. You know. Oh no, I'm just analyzing some, like, I don't want to go back into it. I feel like if I go back into it, it's gonna be like, wait, it's not Friday. I won't. I know. I swear. I promised myself 4 times. 3 times was enough. Found your OshiNoKo video on streams. Thanks so much for coming onto the actual live. There's some things I'm sussing out from this intro. But I'm gonna let it be for now. Yeah, I'll come back at the very end if we have time. Oh man, there's a couple of things that popped out this time. My voice was even cracking because there was a couple key frames in here that just look weird. Should start with an opening. Yeah, it looks kind of sus. There might be a lot more to this than what's previously noted. So yeah. Also, so now, yeah, thanks so much for the sub. I appreciate it, mate. You're wonderful. All right, let's go. Pixel by pixel analysis one day.
雨のせいで屋内にまで水が入り込んでいる。立ち位置も含めて芝居の段取りは決まっていて、水たまりのある場所はうまく外してある。リハーサルでもそれは確認済みだ。入りの位置、周りのセットとカメラの位置、ライティング、切り返しも含めて自分がどう映るか。 もう一度シーンを頭に叩き込む。
Oh boy, here we go. Before we even jump into that. Oh, okay. I know, it's showtime. Do you guys know the key to being a good actor? I got my Coke Zero ready to go. Or the key to understanding what your directors want you to go and see. It's this right here. It's understanding where's the camera at all times, right? Where, like, are you in the scene or are you not? What are you using towards your advantage? Your communication skills. Who's gonna be there? What's gonna be there? My big thing is, hold on. My big thing is if he's understanding the setback as to how to go ahead and use certain, yeah, the observation of the environment, right? Is if he knows how to go ahead and use his best abilities and bring them out, he could be one of the creepiest. I hate to use it. One of the creepiest individuals out there, right? He can be like, if he really wants to, he can use the shadows that are clearly labeled on his face at the moment to bring out certain elements. If he smiles, right, and he gives that like crazy smile at the right time with the correct lighting and everything, knowing where the lighting hits, knowing where your face is illuminated, and so on and so forth, he could nail this role down to a T. Where all these other D-list actors are gonna start taking note of him, right? Because I don't think anybody else is truly walking the set. Yeah. So I've like throughout our entire thing here that they've shown so far, I haven't seen any other person walk the set. And in acting, in the theater world, and filming and whatnot, one of the key things that they'll tell you, right, is walk the set before every performance. Understand where your cues are. Understand if the light is hitting you. Understand where things are gonna go. Because if you understand that, you understand where your audience is gonna be, and you understand how to get the best performance out of everything. But the more that I go into it, the more that I'm starting to understand. Aqua's. I feel like Aqua has tiered objectives, and this is something that I've been writing down. Right. Um, his main objective might be revenge, but then I have a feeling that it's like, oh, you hurt my sister, I'm gonna come after you. You hurt this individual, I'm gonna come after you. Like, if you hurt any of these things that I have listed on here, he's gonna do his best to prove himself in some one way or another. Which is interesting that he still has that concept there. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue. Sorry, guys. I just think he's about to blow us out of the water. Does Aqua have a revenge? Well, it's a trauma boner. If we're gonna be realistic, I hate to put it this way, but it's literally when you've been traumatized enough, right, and you already have a parataxic distortion. What ends up happening is you focus so much on getting even that you forget you're digging a lot of graves around you. You forget that sometimes you're digging your grave the furthest down, and by trying to protect everyone else, everyone's gonna push you down when it's time, and that's terrifying.
もう一度シーンを頭に叩き込む。
撮影再開します。カメラの準備 OK です。照明 OK、マイク OK です。シーン6カット51。よーいスタート。カチンコの音が強く響き、カメラが回り始める。ずっしりとした重い空気が辺りを満たし、一年の時をすべて濃縮したかのような重くて強い時間が流れる。人生そのものを問われるかのような長い一瞬。私の名前は有馬かな。小さい頃は天才と呼ばれ、みんながチヤホヤしてくれた。またテレビ出てたね。かなちゃんすごい。ありがとう。でも
Whoa! Hold on. Whoa, that's huge. Her golden age. Ladies and gentlemen, at what year have you peaked at? Ladies and gentlemen, she is defining herself as, when I was a kid, that was my golden age. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're about to go deep. Let me bring out. We're about to dive in deep. Let me bring out my little thing here because I can't swim, so I need to bring this out as we get ready to dive on in deep, ladies and gentlemen. Not yet. I peaked when I wasn't born, bro. Oh man, but no, my high school was my peak. Uni was for real. It's a little flotation device. Never peaked and never want. I will peak again tomorrow if I wake up. But realistically speaking, and I'm throwing this out there for you guys, is when have you peaked, right? And a big question that I would have is she's defining herself by these roles that were given to her almost immediately. I was the little genius. My golden age was this thing. She's in high school and she's saying she peaked when she was in like in elementary, essentially as a little kid. This is terrifying because for me it seems as though she's closed off all other opportunities to see the outside world. And if she was in a therapy session with me, right, I would ask her, and I'm gonna ask you guys the same question, right? At what stage of the hero's journey are you on? Have you had your call to adventure, or are you refusing to take on the different quests around you, right? Have you found a mentor that you can go ahead and go into? Are you preparing for a big test? Have you relapsed already and already faced a big villain and feel like there's no way out? Where are you in your grand adventure of life? And that is a question that I would have for her, because for me it sounds as though she's on the decline and she's been trying to hold on to this title that was her when she was a kid. So I would question it like this. Evil Ed. In case you guys don't know, Evil Ed is my I guess my dark psychology self. We tend to have like arguments back and forth. Evil Ed, right? I honestly think that for Kana to be able to go and succeed, she needs to go ahead and like start addressing these things to herself. See, Ed, this is a little bit where you're wrong, because she's already trying and she's already attempting in this industry, and it's clear as though a lot of doors have already started to shut to themselves, and they're only using her titles as the little genius, as the golden age child, as the individual who was popular when she was younger, to be able to profit off of that. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that she should stop trying. If you are popular in that realm, if you stop trying, that's the end of you. Not necessarily. And this is exactly where you're wrong in. Because you can try and try and try, but if all avenues are blocked, if all doors are locked, there's no way for you to continue forward. There might be another way in the future to might maybe open that door, but not necessarily just yet. But what do you mean from that? If she tries to go ahead and open, say, brute force her way through, aren't we sure that she's just going to end up in the same position she was in, where all of a sudden, like sort of like a sunk cost fallacy, she's already spent so much time in here that she just wants to keep gambling in this industry? But Ed, what is this show about? You really think that film and camera is the only way for her to go, or theater? Hold on. Hold on, Evil Ed. You actually might have a fucking purpose. Evil Ed might make me think here. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, okay. I mean, you can still do acting. Okay, I admit you can still do acting technically. If the industry itself is closing its doors on you and they've already labeled you as little genius and your golden age, and you yourself are starting to label yourself in that way, couldn't another form of acting be something similar to like even singing, right? She could become, if she's good at singing, she could become a singer. That's another avenue, right, Evoid? Yes. And what else? What is this show about? Fuck me. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Don't make me have conversations with myself. I said there to the avenue. I didn't say she was good at singing. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Oh no, Ed has been defeated. I'm done. You do this to yourself. Well, I mean, there's another avenue, and it's pretty obvious, which is becoming an idol if she wished to, right? I mean, if you can see the OP, right? She does like karaoke, right? Evil Ed is too strong. If a man does not have the sauce, then he is lost. But the same man can be lost in the sauce. Hi, Misato, how you doing? So as we break down, as I'm breaking this down, I'm breaking down the concepts of specifically what it means to be in the entertainment industry in this, right? So having a conversation like this and breaking down, say, asking open-ended questions, following the trail, I feel like if I were to do this to Kana, I would lead to a similar result, right? Oh, thanks so much for being here, Masters. Appreciate you. Which would be something similar to, hey, how do you identify yourself, Alice? Why? How did this come to be? Are there any alternatives? And if there are other alternatives, how so? Why so? Who knows? She might be good at making clay, dude, at building stuff with clay. Maybe she can build a Roxy figurine, you know, out of clay and, you know, become the next great, like, you know, clay artist or whatever. The line of questioning that follows through is very open-ended psychodynamic questioning. And that's exactly why I love doing this to myself, because it gets your mind to think and it gets you to start going in deeper and deeper and deeper. But through this, and this is something I guess I'll follow up on. Dude, we're only a couple seconds in and I'm asking a lot of questions. Thanks so much, Rayleigh. The next question that I would ask, and you guys can feel free to answer this for yourself as well, is do they love you or do they love the mask that they've placed on you? So do they love you or do they love your mask? Because for her, the mask that's been placed on her is little genius, you know, the golden age of a child, so on and so forth. And for you, do they love you or do they love your mask? That's it. That's the show. Tolerate. The mask is all they know. As for it was 100% the mask. Yeah. Lies or love. Oh, oh, oh. All right. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. This just we're after the opening here. We're only a couple like a minute in, if that. I was studying psychology, and he was so invested in all the analysis too. Oh, well, welcome on in. Currently doing my PsyD, so I appreciate him being into that. Anyways, why don't we go ahead and continue, ladies and gentlemen?
才能なのか、世間の気まぐれか、あるいはもっと努力をするべきだったのか。どんなものでもいつか必ず飽きられる。
True.
今ではネットでオワコン子役と呼ばれている。
I got bad vibes.
小学生あたりでどうやら終わってしまった私だけど、地道にこの業界にしがみついて、ようやく掴んだ待望の主役級。何が何でもいい作品にしたい。そのためなら藁にもすがる。
No.
分かってるよ。これが結構なクソ作品だって分かってる。基礎もできてない演技。すでに4話まで公開済みで、視聴者のほとんどが落胆し、失敗作の烙印を押している。でも、まだ手遅れじゃない。このシーンは原作屈指の名シーン。ヒーローとストーカーの対決。
This is her ultimatum, yeah. This hurts. This hurts. This is her ultimatum. The way that she's labeling everything out is... I know that this show sucks, but this is the one moment that I'm trying to have a breakthrough moment. I'm hitting myself up against the wall here. It's desperation. This is fight or flight for her. This is the moment where she will either sink or swim. That's her only chance at trying to go out and do something in the future, because everyone criticizes her. It's heartbreaking. It legitimately is heartbreaking. I'll ask, because I think this is a point of relatability for everyone. Has there been a point where you were so invested in something, or someone, but you knew it couldn't continue, so you gave it an ultimatum? Ultimatums, I'll be honest with y'all, are some of the roughest things that we can throw out there, because it ends up being our break for ourselves. I'm hearing her struggle through this, and I'll be honest, I've done a couple ultimatums and stuff like that. It hurts, man. It's a point where you have to admit your weaknesses, where you have to, like, sometimes even the cognitive distortions, the all or nothing thinking, that is an ultimatum. Fuck, dude. The comment section. First off, guys, I'm gonna throw this out there. We're human, you know, and I'm treating her like she's human. I'm treating all of these characters like they're human, just as much as I treat all the other content creators. Comments sometimes can fucking hurt, and I can't, like, I've experienced my fair share of hate of weirdness like that. I can't even imagine the amount of like self-esteem issues that may bring up. Waking up in the morning, and let's say that you go on like Twitter or you check your comments, and all of them are just hate. You're a washed up has-been. I like their previous photos, so on and so forth. The amount of detriment that does to someone is huge, which causes, I'm gonna be straight up, she's probably anxiously attached. She's not only anxiously attached because of the way that, like, you know, the industry may be, but she might be anxiously attached because of her own cognitive distortions at the moment. She might be anxiously attached to the idea of fame because that's the only thing that like was impressed upon her when she was a kid. I even get attacked just by my test scores. What more feedback? Yeah, dude. That's why I'm like, as we're going through situations like this, and as we're going through the scenario, understanding that, hey, anxious attachment might be for a person, but it might also be for the idea of, hey, I want to be an actor, I want to do this, I want to do so on and so forth. I would, oh man, I would like to give her a hug. I'm not even gonna lie. I would love to give her a hug and try and make her feel better and just say, hey, you know what? There's other ways of acting. There's stage, there's theater, there's, you know, improv. There's 101 other ways out there. Because for me, this is a broken individual. Not a country, thanks so much for the sub. This is a broken individual that is trying to piece themselves back together. But as they're trying to gather up their pieces, more pieces keep falling off. Yeah, we all want to hug Kana. Kana's the best girl. She definitely needs my hug. Guys, drops. Oh, if you would hug Hana, if you would give her some love and support, drop some Doritos for her, ladies and gentlemen. That's, yeah.
知らない少女が初めて誰かに守られ涙を流す。漫画でここを読むときはいつも泣くし、何度も読み返すほど大好きなシーン。ここで相方と呼吸を合わせてうまくフォローし、最高の演技ができれば、きっとまだ。ほっといてよ、勝手についてきて。
お前の考えそうなことだ。
His acting. I don't even know how much I can work with that. His acting, I can't. Just kill me already. Oh no. How could someone be so bad? It's like, you know, you're over here giving like an emotional monologue, you know, like you're like, to be or not to be, that is the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows and outrageous, yeah, how are you doing? And I even think that's better acting than the fuck he's doing, you know, like poor mangaka. The voice actor is killing it. Honestly, yeah. And that's all props to the voice actors and stuff like that. Because realistically, the voice actor has to act like a bad actor. Think about that, dude. The voice actor, who's probably really, really phenomenal, has to act as a bad actor. And if I was in Aqua's shoes and I had to step in and act or do something, I'm not going to lie to you. I would probably do my scene. And then you know, and try and be like, do whatever I need to do, then get close to him and be like, you're trash, son. This sounds like he has the stuff he knows. Listen, probably do. When you are a professional and good at your craft, it's incredible difficult to do a crappy job. What do you, yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh, that guy. True. I was like, yeah, I probably do. It's allergy season for me. Bad acting, that's what I always do. Alright, let me back it up a couple seconds. Sorry.
最高の演技ができれば、きっとまだ。ほっといてよ、勝手についてきて。
お前の考えそうなこと。
I can't.
呼吸を合わせて。でも
一人にさせねえよ。
無理だよ、こんなの。フォローしきれない。
I wouldn't be able to keep my fucking mouth straight, dude. I would be in the background with the PAs just laughing my ass off like, oh no, we're doomed. We're doomed. So good. It is so good. Guys, can we give it up for the fucking crew at least for keeping their faces straight and like not breaking character for all of this? Oh, thanks so much for the sub. I appreciate it. You guys are wonderful. Also, can we give a shout out to Ophelia, a wonderful individual, wonderful content creator, guys. Show some love and support there. Awesome. You guys are absolute goats. Appreciate you. But yes, crew had to deal with 5 episodes of this shit. Honestly, yeah. Yeah. And that's why, like, the more that we go through with it, the more that I'm like, The crew is probably done with it, yeah. The crew is probably tired with it. I know I'd be. I know after a while I'd be like, okay, y'all need to step it up or something. You're all alone here. Hold on. I'm gonna back it up, I swear. Imagine how lonely Kana must feel. Guys, have you ever been in a situation like this where you do a group project and you're the only one in it trying to get an A, otherwise all of you fail? Have you ever been the only one actually trying in that group project, or the responsibility is left up to you and you're like, fuck, I need to get this done, and you're trying to get your teammates to work with you, but you see that they're just doing the bare minimum effort? Ah, that brings back memories for some of us, doesn't it? Yeah, hate group projects. So imagine something like this, but on a bigger scale, where people are seeing your project daily or weekly. They're seeing this episode drop week by week, and they are seeing everyone else fail in this project, and your name's included in it. You are trash along with everyone else in this project, because every single week that your face pops on and as shitty acting comes on from a really phenomenal manga, your name is attached to it. And just as much as they might see you trying, you might be overacting compared to everyone else in this whole industry. Oh, when you put it like that, it's like she might be trying so hard, so fucking hard, ladies and gentlemen. She might be literally putting her heart and soul into this, but to the other viewers, everyone else might be garbage, but she might be overacting. Or she might be the carrying the show for some people, or she might be overdoing it, where people are like, why is she trying when everyone else is trash? Oh man, my heart's just so it makes her look bad. Yeah, so you need to have at least 1 or 2 or 3 individuals that are decent for something to pop up and look better. That's what I'm talking about. When I'm looking at her, when I'm observing her, when I'm analyzing and putting myself in her shoes, it hurts. I would feel like this is the Titanic and I'm trying to piece it all back together. Even if she doesn't go 100%, it's still quite a bit, dude. I would personally just quit at that point. Yeah. Anyway, hold on. We're backing it up here. Oh.
水たまりで足音がマイクに乗っちゃってます。止めますか？
What did I say, boys? What did I say, boys? He knew where stuff was at. Yeah? He knew where the mic placement was. He knows where the lighting is. The weight of his footsteps are insane. The way that he's pushing forward, and he's probably going to use the camera towards the best of it. He knows. This is why walking the set is important. This is why walking the set is important. I'm fucking losing my mind here. Hold on. I'm about to fucking go into party mode here. If this is right. We're backing it up. Let's go.
めますか？
いや、いい歌詞で感じ出てる。
この女はお前が思ってるような人間じゃない。お前みたいなチャラついた男とは絶対に相入れない。
さっきはあんまりうまくないって思ったのに、リハの時より感じが出てる。
俺には愛みたいな才能がない。視線を釘付けにするオーラがない。演技がうまいわけじゃない。だから使えるものは全部使う。小道具、カメラ、照明、役者、全部使ってでも愛みたいになってる。お前、そばで顔見るとブス。
Yeah, that's a smart tactic. That is a hell of a smart tactic. Holy, you're trash, son. Because you get him pissed off and you actually get him to act on emotion. Oh, man. Oh, this is wizardry. Wizardry. No, I'm not a wizard, man. That's just theater mixed in with psychology, aspects of theater that I have. But through this, a big aspect that I do want to bring up is Aqua is literally now coaching this man through his job. You guys might not understand, or for anyone seeing this, it might just be like, "Oh, he just called him ugly. What an asshole." No, what he's trying to do is trying to go and get this actor to act on his emotions, so that way it actually comes off as genuinely good acting. When you act on stage or on film, it has to come from a place where you can resonate with an emotion, a memory, something like that. Otherwise, it comes off flat, right? The fact that he's doing this and he knows that he's aware of all of this, this is someone that's really, really observant. This is someone that's had a lot of training. This is someone that, like, I'd be a little scared of. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be a little scared of just because it takes years to develop these type of skills. Oof, oof, oof. And for him to look out for the scene and do something like this, that's yeah.
加工しないとこんなもんか。
おお。
なんつったおめえ。聞こえなかったか。そんな女守る価値ないって言ったんだ。あのガキ、台本も立ち位置もアドリブ挟んで。
止めなくていい。2カメで彼を追って。照明を少し強めに。
この子は俺の大事な友達だ。
いい。すごく原作っぽい。
ここは原作の名シーン、演出意図、構図。
The tempo, yeah.
全部に意味がある。昔から作者の気持ちを考えろって問題は得意だった。名作を。
I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but that freaked me the fuck out. I was literally twirling my pen, right? And the moment I stopped, oh god, dude, that was unintentional. Oh, okay, I gave myself chills there for a second. No, that was so... Oh god, I'm gonna back it up 10 seconds. But that freaked me the fuck out on that one. Witchcraft. Yeah, because here's the thing is, as we're analyzing this, my brain is trying to go ahead and put himself in a position to think like Aqua, or think like these characters, right? Evil Ed is Aqua, Evil Ed is Aqua. Ugh. It's interesting. It's interesting to say the least.
Tempo.
This is high level stuff, by the way. As we're Oshino Ed, as we're breaking this down, the intent, composition, tempo, actors positioning, where are they in terms in relation to one another? Can I build a dynamic off of that? Am I making them feel uncomfortable if I'm too close or too far away? Can they understand me even when I'm this close, baby? Or can they understand me when I'm far away like this? Is it legible? Am I projecting correctly? Is my dictation correct? Am I able to go ahead and, use my full vulnerability towards my advantage? Am I able to go ahead and use the dynamics, the power levels of walking, of transitioning yourself into smaller or bigger? Where am I in all of this, right? There's so many little things that you have to keep track of as an actor, as an individual in a set, and so on and so forth. Like, I love how this is an evolution of don't be a great actor to an actor who acts as envisioned. Right. And for that, dude, he's getting like everything. Like, he's nailing this down beyond belief. And I'm surprised by it because he's actually being true to the character, and he's more than likely gonna be a breakout star. What's probably gonna come out of this, realistically speaking, and this breaks my heart for Kana, is he is such a powerful actor. Like, let's say that they keep this and they ship it and it comes out on Netflix next week. Aqua's episode, the stalker episode or whatever, and Aqua pops up. What will more than likely happen is he's gonna get a call from a bunch of like casting directors or whatnot to start being a part of a bunch of shows and whatnot, because he probably overshadows every other person that has come so far because he actually understood the assignment. He doesn't see what he has talent, but I would never think of any of this. He just compared himself to I. And that's also another interesting thing. Aqua, throughout this whole show, has said I. Ruby says mom. Aqua says, oh yeah, like I have to protect, like I's legacy, I's this. Ruby says mom. If that doesn't speak volumes, I don't know what does. What does at that point? Aqua's believing I's mask is so hard that he wants it to be fabricated. But that comes with an identity issue, and that's a whole concept again of like one of the mind crawls that I did. Which, by the way, we actually have a voice actress that's doing 45510 for the next mind crawl. So prepare yourselves for that, because that's gonna be an interesting one, which is about what is love to I. So also Aqua has a lot of negative self-talk while comparing himself to I and going, I will use everything, but he doesn't realize I is doing the exact same thing. True. And the more that we go through this, the more I'm like, this is some good stuff, man.
全部に意味がある。昔から作者の気持ちを考えろって問題は得意だった。
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. That's my brother, y'all. In case y'all don't know, he just brought me food. Appreciate you.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite clones.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I'll see you later. Be safe. Good. Yeah, I didn't see him yesterday, so he just brought me my birthday gift type thing. I know, my side bro. I'm putting my food down here. My breakfast. I know, he's wonderful. He just comes through whenever. He's like a best friend, adore him. Anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and continue. Sorry, boys. I'm gonna back it up just a little bit, just to understand the full context of the scene. I don't want to miss anything.
考えろって問題は得意だった。名作を正しく組めば9大点は取れる。ほら、場を作ったぞ。やりたかったんだろ。本気でやってみろよ、有馬かな。
Thanks so much for the sub. Oh.
何をしたって無駄だ。
このシーン、一番の見せ場はヒロインの涙。
Hey yo.
そこの一点が輝くように。
Hey yo.
俺が闇を演出する。
Also, that's kind of fucked. Hold on, boys. Hold on, boys. I need to put on. I need to become the one thing I swear I wouldn't be. I'm gonna be Predator Ed. That sounds really wrong. I meant Primal Ed. Guys, when it when it comes to a situation like that, the Dino Ed. I know. I gotta give you guys I gotta give you guys the full experience here, right? Which is, how fucked up is this, right? Even as a dino, right? Even as shut the fuck up, guys. You guys are going a little hardcore here. Even as a dino, even I can understand like, I can't even understand the impact that must come through for Aqua having to play an individual like this, having to play a stalker, having to play an individual that's running through with the knife the same way that like someone ran through for him, you know. Be right back. How are you gonna drop that right in the middle of the scene? As we're going through all of this, I want you guys to pay attention to that, right? You can really see yeah, yeah, and that's an aspect that's an aspect that like I truly want to bring up, right? Which is act as the guy who took everything from you, right? Coterism. Act as the guy who took away I from you, who took away this person that was worth everything for you, and now you got to act that like them, and you got to be okay with it, and you got to be comfortable being it. Maybe and this, maybe he's ran through this scenario 101 times, because who wouldn't? Why wouldn't you try and place yourself in that mindset? Why wouldn't you try and put yourself in the mindset of understanding and trying to see where is this coming from? Could acting as a person be a form of dealing with the trauma? In a therapeutic setting, yes. Right? In a therapeutic setting, it could be a healthy way of dealing things. We have a thing called like Gestaltian therapy, or like the empty chair method, or so on and so forth, or even play therapy where you can pretend to be something or someone to try and heal from that, right? If you're giving the right aspect of things, right? And if the therapist is aware, and this is a key thing, I feel like if Aqua was in therapy for a long time, the therapist probably sucked. Aqua was probably learning manipulation techniques, or probably learned how to manipulate the therapist to like not fully ask the right questions or not going deep with them, or the therapy sessions were cut short. Those are my three aspects that if Aqua genuinely got like long form therapy, it probably happened. There has to be a good therapist that is able to go ahead and put up their boundaries and keep checking. Keep checking. And just because there are individuals with APD or with other symptoms out there who go to therapy, not for the therapeutic aspect of it, some of them might, but to pick up some of the psychological techniques that people use. Aqua manipulated the therapist as a child to look as if he's fine. You see? You see, there we go. There we go. But that's exactly why I'm hitting that, man. I'm hitting these points because for me this is speaking volumes. This is an individual that's hurt. This is an individual that's been through a lot of trauma. A therapist, I'm sorry, you go through grief as a therapist or something like that, or you go through grief as a kid, you're staying in therapy for a good while. I'm not just letting you go after 2 or 3 sessions. I don't care how fine you look. You'll probably repress that trauma. We're having a conversation about it, you know. Notice me, senpai, you said that right there. A good therapist. Sadly, there are a lot of individuals, a lot of therapists out there who just meet the baseline and all they do is talk in riddles and metaphors, and they don't really know how to like dig in deep, or they only know one intervention technique rather than multiple ones. Well, again, therapy in Japan is not really the best. I'm pretty sure Aqua knows the eye behind the mask, but he still puts her on the pedestal. Yeah, exactly, Starman. Exactly. In Japan, mental health is sadly a joke there. I won't say anything. Misato, no, por qué? Don't call me out. Lena. Oh, also, I think he grew up thinking years he knew better than most adults because he saw himself. Yeah, which Tori. No, that's exactly right. If you have this image, I am a doctor. I am so on and so forth. That's cool. However, you still went through a traumatic event. Let's talk about that. Like any good therapist is okay with subverting or diverting a topic, right? He was talking to effectively an adult. Well, smoke mantra, it don't matter. Mentally, you can think of yourself as an adult, as a child, as whatever, right? But a good therapist is able to go ahead and like lead you down the correct path of thinking, of healing, of everything, right? Because the intervention techniques aren't just like these are techniques you use for children, you know. But anyway, sorry. Who met with me once and then tried to. Master, I'm so sorry you had that experience. Also, a therapist is not allowed to go ahead and give you pills. Even a psychologist is not allowed to do that. A psychiatrist is. Key difference in all of that, I'm going to go ahead and clarify this. A psychiatrist mostly deals with pills, not the interventions. Because I've seen people be like, oh yeah, just get therapy from a psychiatrist. Probably not going to be the best therapy out there. You should probably get it from a psychologist or a licensed therapist more so than a psychiatrist. Psychiatrist deals more so in medicinal distribution, balancing your brain out. They do a wonderful job. No one's ever going to take that down. Psychologist and a therapist are more so inclined into the psychological impact of a thing. Interventions, therapy, so on and so forth, are more their specialties. Anyway, sorry about that. True. Someone can help. I'm going off of this because for me, it's like, as I'm looking at this, I'm like, my man needs some help. My man needs some milk.
ヒロインの涙。そこの一点が輝くように、俺が闇を演出する。
諦めて流されろや。
怖く。
Hey yo. Masterfully done. Masterfully done. Look at where he fell. If you want to talk about someone that knows exactly like how to act and how to move and do shit, look at where he fell. He got punched. He could have fallen right there and then, but look at how dramatic he's being. And look at the way that like he fell right before the shadows hits him. So he fell right in the light, right where he knows that the camera is going to pick him up. This is look. Realistically, you take a punch, you fall down right there. He falls right behind like the like right before the shadow overtakes him. That's beautiful.
お前なんて誰にも必要とされてない。身の程わきまえて生きろよ。夢見てんじゃねえよ。この先もろくなことはない。お前の人生は真っ暗闇だ。
I wonder if this scene is also a metaphor of what's to come. This might sound weird. This might really sound weird. And I'm gonna back it up 10 seconds, but this might sound really weird. But I wonder if this is a metaphor of what's to come, which is my man is really like teetering on the edge of darkness and light, and in the process he might hurt others. He might hurt her again. And if we replace this person with Ruby, will it be Ruby's turn to go ahead and like dispatch himself or cut off the connection between both of them? In which case, that'll completely push him off into the darkness. This is this might have a double meaning. Granted, it is a part of a manga, like, you know, part of the thing that they're doing. But as we're going through this, I'm like, Anyway, let me back it up.
先もろくなことはない。お前の人生は真っ暗闇だ。
仕上げだ。有馬カナがうまく泣いてくれれば。
Oh.
それでも。
Oh.
それでも。
Oh.
光はあるから。
Heal me, Kana. Heal me. You love.
そういや、得意技だったな。
悪い。拳当たったよな。力っちまって。
謝らなくていいよ。わざと当たりに行っただけだから。
To make it seem realistic, because I'm sorry, your acting's been garbage, boy. You need to go back into the academy and learn how to fucking act, and then come back in a couple of years and tell me how it's done, man. You need to go. I have a feeling he's gonna be like he's gonna come back and like, if I was the author, this is a way that I would approach it. It's also kind of true, which is they come back at a later point and be like, I've been acting at the Royal Academy. I'm back and I've learned how to be better than you. You hit me in my cord and you hit me in my kokoro. And now I'm coming back for your, like, whatever, right? He's not even in that. Kyles, hello, how are you doing? Guys, give a shout out to Kyles McGiles, or I. He's a model. Oh, I thought he was an actor. Well, if he's a model, okay, cool, I guess. But I would still go into an acting route for him, so that way you can learn, because more than likely, this is going to leave a strong imprint on someone, right? It's like whenever you play a game with someone, and they kick your ass at it, and everyone's enjoying it, but you're like feeling so frustrated that you pick up on that game because you want to go ahead and learn how to be better, be able to go to survive. His acting in Rosa de Guadalupe style, bro, for real. We just need a little fan just to, like, you know, wash your hair back, or like, you know, get all that like air back. I have a question for you guys. As we're watching this, I understand that this is Aqua's story, right? This is his narrative. This is so on and so forth. And this is and as we're watching this, this come to mind. This came to mind, and this is a question for Aqua, and I guess I'll ask this question for you guys as well. And a question that I'd ask him or I'd ask you guys is, if you watched your life like a movie, only watching like his actions and not your thoughts, would you see someone who is true to their word or someone who lies and deceits? Would you admire the main character or would you try and defeat him? What would you see if you were able to go ahead and see your life like a movie again? Because that's a big aspect that I'm wondering about Aqua. Like, if we were to go ahead and do this in a scenario like this, right? Which is like, if we were able to go ahead and play our life, play his life like a movie, would he be disgusted at what he sees? Would he judge the version of him that he sees in this film? What I'd boo so loudly, I would die of cringe. It's a really good introspective question. Would you, example, try to defeat him as would you try to change? I think Aqua is self-destructive. I mean, obviously, I'd find that guy relatable. I can hear Aqua's thoughts, and I still think he needs to be stopped. Well, I'm talking about you guys. What about you guys as individuals that are doing this? If you could watch your life as a movie, what would you see? You can't know the person's thoughts. You can only see their actions. Would you wish that they would have done more in their life? What would you wish changed? And that's an aspect that I'm wondering and processing more and more for Aqua specifically as well. Because for him, he spent his life as a doctor. I was taken away from him. I have a feeling that he'd probably break down crying. He'd probably tear up a bit. He'd probably be a little depressed seeing everything flash before his eyes like that. Anyway, sorry. As the reason why I'm breaking this down is because I wonder if there's two options that he can attempt, right? Which is, oh, I'm Aqua, right? I've been hurt, but I'm gonna be here and support my sister. Hey guys, I'm Aqua. Oh wow. Sunshines and rainbows, and let's go do more movies, and let's go do that reality show, and let's go do like let's go play like let's be a billionaire, or let's go do so on and so forth, right? You so on and so forth. Like the red flags are obvious. So it's like, what version of Aqua are we about to see? Are we about to see the normal version of Aqua? Or are we about to see the version of Aqua that is manipulative, that is exploitative, that knows how to go ahead and navigate the entertainment industry, and is going to go ahead and cause everyone to be around them in that case? And I wonder if someone else, because for some reason, Kana's intuition at this moment in this scene, in this scene, let me back it up. As amazing as this was, right? Bop, bop, bop.
それでも光はあるから。
I wonder if because she's able to pick up on his cues so well, I feel like she's gonna be led on through a big ride. I have a feeling that she's gonna be led on through a big emotional ride because Aqua just came through and saved her. Aqua literally became her parataxic distortion. They're acting, but this was her ultimatum. Aqua came through and saved her. What happens? Because his reactions with Kana are genuine. Would she fall for the mask or would she fall for the real him? He is her hero, so that's what I'm getting at, boys. Her protagonist, Aqua, seems to care for. Yeah, you can care for someone. That doesn't mean that you can't manipulate them. Right? You can care for someone. You can show aspects of your mask. This is what expert manipulators do, right? They give you the hot and cold treatment. They give you little bits of who they truly are for you to fall in love with those bits, and then they can go around. I can, for example, Evil Ed. Do you mind doing this, or should I do this, Evil Ed? I'll go ahead and do it. I don't mind. I don't mind actually stepping up and doing this, Ed. If I wanted to go ahead and be a very manipulative individual, what I would go ahead and do is something simple. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, right? Let's say that I had Anne and Nickmare here, right? As an individual who's wearing a lot of different hats, right? So oh, I have this hat where I'm an actor. Oh, I have this other hat where I do this. Oh, you know, you remember that time? Yeah, this is my I go to school with you hat. Oh, this is I do this hat. This is I do that hat. This is, so on and so forth. All the different masks that we wear, right? If we're gonna go ahead and do something silly like Aqua tends to wear all of these masks. What I would do is, and you get to see this side of me. You get to see vulnerable side of me from time to time. I care about you. However, I also have to be an actor. So this goes over to Nickmare. And I see that you're getting a little cold lately. So I'm going to send you a message that makes you really think that I care about you and that I miss you. And I'm going to have you gain all those feelings back. Uh-oh. Nickmare might have some information I might need. Nickmare, I'm going to go ahead and pull you in and say, "Oh, I I love the way that you do certain things." Oh, Anne's being a little sussy. I need to go and show her some love and support while showing her that I'm a strong emotional character. Oh, Nickmare might have more information I need. I need to go back over to Nickmare and, I need to might go and have to go a little bit cold here. Oh man, okay, is this it? This is it. This is my last one that I have. Who do I put it to? Oh man, okay. Well, I need to get revenge, so I can't get rid of this hat. I have Anne here and I have Nickmare here. Who do I give this to? Man, I'm gonna go ahead and I am probably gonna give it to Anne because I feel like Anne might need a little bit more emotional support. And all of a sudden, yeah, when we're talking about hats like this is my trauma hat. This is Aqua's hat, right? This is Aqua's trauma mask that he's wearing when he does all manipulation. Like he's acting off of trauma. All of these are the manipulation tactics. So what happens when all of a sudden Anne's like, "Wait a minute, I I'm in a healthier place. This doesn't add up. This doesn't add up. Wait a minute. The hot and cold. I'm getting sick and tired of you doing this, Ed. Uh, you're. I feel like I only know different versions of you. That can happen where she breaks off. On the other hand, she can also do this. She can see Nickmare as Nickmare's gone, so I'm gonna collect all these hats as well. And now that I've collected all of these hats, Ed, I love you even though I know that you're hurting me. Because now I have all of these trauma masks and stuff that I'm wearing as well. And I love you even though I know that you're hurting me. I just wish that you won't hurt yourself in the process. Feel free, Ed, to keep, as long as you love me, it's okay, Ed. So on and so forth. That's sort of what I'm going for. And I hope that that makes sense. Because honestly, I can fix him. Because honestly, that's sort of what it's hitting at. That's a main aspect as to what it's hitting on. That's what I'm saying. Aqua needs therapy. Aqua needs an aspect of therapy because the more that I'm seeing it, especially if you start seeing her. By the way, I'm pulling out my food. I hope you guys don't mind if I eat while we watch. Um, a main aspect that this show is pulling at is that specific element, which is what mask are you wearing and how many masks is too much for you to wear. Oh, thank you. With that, let me throw this out to you guys one more time. And I want to conceptualize this because now you guys saw me conceptualize trauma and how sometimes we share trauma using party hacks. For you there watching this video at home, watching this on Twitch or wherever, if you could conceptualize your trauma as a backpack, as a box, as however you want to conceptualize it, how big is your trauma? What would you need to carry your trauma? Is it a bag? Is it a carry-on bag that you can take with you? Is it a giant house? Is it multiple boxes that are stored up in a storage facility? Because these are questions that I would ask Aqua. The questions that I'm asking here is because I'm treating Aqua as a person, because I'm analyzing Aqua as though he was a real person, you know? A freaking bed, my guy. A freaking bed. A backpack at the very least. It has wheels. To be fair, while he can manipulate her, I don't think he would without reason since he's ultra focused on revenge. So, Neko no. He doesn't, manipulation doesn't have to be an active attempt to be manipulative, right? Manipulation needs to be, I need to go get some groceries and look. Thanks so much, Misato. Yeah, manipulation doesn't have to be an active attempt. Manipulation could be just simple facts of keeping someone along, even unconsciously, which a lot of us tend to do, have some manipulative tendencies that we've picked up from social, cultural, political aspects, right? Which include like ghosting, hot and cold, lover boy syndrome for some people, or lover person syndrome if you really want to be open like that, and so on and so forth. I know that there tends to be some like negative stigma around like, it's manipulation, but depends on the aspect of manipulation that comes in, right? Because sometimes manipulation can also be in a positive manner, or if you're having a shit time, I can manipulate the surroundings to try and lift you up a little bit, right? I can go through and say, hey, you know what, you're amazing, you're awesome, in a non-manipulative way, but to try and get the situation the correct way to try and help you. Of course, you're not a therapist, so no one should be able to go ahead and do that, but at the same time, people should be open to the idea of like, hey, you know what, we all have different tendencies and stuff like that. That's true. Yep. Anyways, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and snack while we go through with this. Let's go.
そういや得意技だったな。
悪い。拳当たったよな。力っちまって。
謝らなくていいよ。わざと当たりに行っただけだから。やっぱ演技は感情乗ってなんぼだよな。いい芝居だったよ。
Not a wizard. Just have theater, directing, acting experience, so on and so forth. Not a wizard. Not a wizard. Literally literally not a wizard. Just acting experience there. Positive reinforcement. Not that you praise it. Yeah.
おかげで有馬も本気出せたんじゃないか。
たく、あの若い子めちゃくちゃしてくれちゃって。演出プランいろいろいじらなきゃダメですよこれ。まあいいでしょう。子役が多い現場とかじゃその場で脚本書き直しながらやるものだし、若い子相手にしてるんだから織り込み済みだって。いいシーンになりそうで、かなちゃんも嬉しいだろうね。かなちゃん、最後のシーンもういける？かなちゃん？
あ、はい。
シーン7、カット310。よーい、スタート。
What a relief it must be for her. What a relief it must be for her. My heart is there for her. What a relief that must be to all of a sudden be like, I landed that one thing. This one scene is gonna be good. Oh shit, I'll hit you. Are you okay? I got in the way on purpose. But like, no, like, what a relief that must be for her to like literally be learning that line and thinking over and over and over, I have to nail this one scene at least, and all of a sudden, yeah. The face of the maiden who has fallen in love with the... People say, okay, hold on. I'm gonna state this right here, right now. People have literally told me, I've gotten into some talks, some conversations with people out there. You can't guess characters because psychology is the study of the human mind, not fictional behaviors. What are fictional characters based on? Human behavior. Psychology is the study of the mind and behaviors. But you can't analyze deep characters and behaviors because that might affect people. How does it affect people? We do case studies all the time as psychologists. Ask your local therapist. Ask your local therapist, ask your psychologist, any person out there. We literally do case studies on fictional characters before you even do a practicum in your master's degree or anything like that, because it's easier to understand concepts of psychology that are being talked about, right? So whenever we go through aspects like this, I think it's super important to note that while the author might have no knowledge of psychology or maybe minimal knowledge of psychology, if they write realistic characters by themselves, characters that follow through with actions that are believable, a psychologist will be able to go out and pick them up. It's not me being not me being a wizard or anything like that. It's just it follows basic psychological principles of attachment and so on and so forth. So I'm so sorry. So no, I just find conversations like that dumb because it's quite literally it downplays the effect of the medium in general. You know, it downplays when people talk about characters like this. It downplays your ability to heal. It downplays people's ability to relate to it and feel okay with relating to a character in an anime. It says, hey, your feelings are invalid. You shouldn't be leaning into characters like this or learning from characters like this because they're fictional and they don't follow anything to do with the real world, because if it does, that's just shitty analysis. These are shitty characters because they're not realistic, you know? So that's why I will always step up and defend aspects like this, because realistically speaking, I'm sorry, just like books are a real medium and film is treated like a high-end medium, anime and video games should be treated exactly the same. They are high-end mediums at that. Anyways, Ed, is it possible for people to mistake feelings of respect or admiration for romance? Yes, it is, especially if you haven't really had a lot of like romantic attachments and stuff like that. You can definitely confuse both of them, and it takes a while, even a dating phase, to try and like get rid of over or try and see what happens. If you are not a wizard, then why many hats? Only wizards have that many. Lemorza, no. No. True, Lion Queen. Absolutely true. Oh. Oh.
おはようございます。って寝るならベッドで寝てください。腰悪くしますよ。
ベッドだと熟睡しちゃうけど、フローリングだと4時間くらいで起きれるんですよね。
不健康な豆知識。
もう仕事あります？とりあえず2の扉背景と3の1と2にして入れときました。どうもです。今日アマのドラマ見てるんで、終わりそうになったら声かけてください。ああ、ちゃんと更新日に見てるんですね。2人は見てないの？
最初だけちょっと。
2話までは一応。リタイアしてるね。
無理に見なくていいんじゃないですか？先生がボロボロになりながら。
Bro, that hurts. I'm sorry if the authors, like, you know, and like the editors and all of that are just like, yeah, no, we stopped after the first 2 episodes, or the first episode, and like the mangaka's the only one still watching it. Oh, what are they doing to your baby? What are they doing to your baby at that point? Oh.
書いた作品をあんな適当でバカにしたようなドラマにして、私悔しくて見れないですよ。
最初から分かってたことです。もう完結済みで伸びが期待できない漫画のメディア化。何かしら動きがあるだけでもありがたい。
Hey, yo.
文句言える立場じゃない。メディア化経験のある漫画家はみんな言うよ。過度な期待は絶対するなって。どの漫画家も最初はああだったらいい、こうなったら嬉しいって妄想して笑顔だけど、終わる頃には悲しい顔をしてる。メディア化ってそういうもの。
Are you not gonna fall? That's really good shit.
光はあるから。
That's really good shit. That's really.
先生？私はドラマかけてよかったって思えた。みんな最終回だけでも見て。
Guys, drop some Doritos. Oh, they made her proud. They at least made her tear up for one episode. Oh, drop some Doritos for the acting, dude. It had an impact. My heart, my corazón. Oh, my bananas. Oh. Hey, yo, where can I get in touch with this mangaka artist, dude? Hey, yo, I'm not asking, you know. What's up, Sarah? How you doing? Oh.
それでも光はあるから。
先生、私はドラマ化受けてよかったって思えた。みんな最終回だけでも見て、これ今日もだよ。
視聴者の多くはすでにリタイアし、コアな原作ファンや役者のファンのみが視聴を続けていたコンテンツ「京アマ」の最終回は大きくバズることも話題になることもなく、狭い界隈でひっそりと熱烈な称賛を受けた。
The final episode is a masterpiece. Oh, oh, Oshino Sushi. Title drop, guys. Title drop. Oshino Sushi. Let's go. But realistically, realistically speaking, how much? Yeah, like, I don't know how I would feel, to be honest. I don't know how I would feel if the entire show was garbage except for the last episode. Oh man, what was the last scene? Right, the last scene is the only thing that stood out. That might be a little rough. That's a...
Oh,
she's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. Look at her. Look at their. Also, very actor-esque. Thanks so much for the 3,000 bits, dude. Loving your work. Hopefully I'll stick around. Appreciate it, Rayleigh. Appreciate it so much. Oh, damn. I'm gonna drop some Doritos for you. Thank you so much. So, honestly, this was me back when I was in Europe. I'm not gonna lie. When I was living in Amsterdam and stuff, and all I did was acting, directing, my master's degree, and all of that stuff, all I wore was a bunch of turtlenecks like this, you know, different colored turtlenecks. Wait, hold on, Aqua. I'll join you. I'll join you, man. I'll be a part of the scene with you. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, baby. Now I feel ready for this, Aqua, and now I can join you in this as we go through with this, baby. Thanks so much for the 3,000 bits, really. I appreciate you. He's back. He's a menace. I know. I'm sorry. What can I say? It happens whenever he returns. But as we're looking throughout this entire thing, right? Aqua with the beret would be too OP. To be honest, I've been thinking about for a minute how pissed I'd be if I learned that the best portrayal of my character was a rando I threw it in at the story at the last. True. Coffee. See, the wizard created he has a new one. I know, it's the return of the French it's a return of French head. Oui. Como se va? Se va bien? But as we're going through this, right, a big aspect that I'm trying to hit on specifically is this dynamic. They're matching, right? So what do we say about people that match, right? What do we even say about the dispositional requirements in this? What I find interesting is the centering of this frame. Gosso? Alright, French head is off. Get married. Get married. Couples energy. Yeah, couples energy is huge. Specifically what I'm talking about is just a slight lean. There's a slight lean for Kana. Here. There's a slight lean. Like if we were to put an arrow, it would just be a slight lean while his is just very forward, right? For Aqua, his line is very, very straight. His body language is very straight, and for Kana, hers is a slight lean in. So there's interest, there's curiosity, there is something at play here, and it might just be because of the way that, like, again, this is framed in. But again, look at this. There's a person here. There's a person here. It's as though both of them are trapped together in this boat, and only both of them can understand one another. And I wonder if this is true, and I wonder if this will ever make an appearance in this like anime and this manga in the future, right? Guaso? Oh, laugh my ass off. Remember she got that chill. Yo, so the thing with the green line is real. No, not so much the green line. It's more just like, because the whole thing green line, if your green line passes another, it's whatever. No. All right, take that and throw it out the window, because it's not that actually ain't true, right? I'm talking about verbal language of interest, right? which is, do you lean in a little bit further when you like someone, or when you're starting to think about someone, or you're starting to go ahead and ascertain certain individuals? My man is standing proud and strong, and she's just slightly tilting in, which is interesting. It's a hell tit as well. Yeah. But it's also they're trapped in by people in this beautiful frame, which is kind of the same way that they've been trapped in by everyone else, right? In their society and or whatever. They feel safe with one another. And again, this is an aspect that I wonder if they bring in. Only I understand who you truly are. Only I know who you truly are, because everyone else is in their own little world. Mirroring is a thing, yeah.
結果を出さなきゃいけないし、スキャンダルなんてもってのほか。ちなみに、あんた彼女とかいるの？
Hey, yo?
いないからスキャンダルもクソもない。
そう。
Oh, my heart. Oh, my heart. Mi corazón. She's making my she's making my heart go doki doki. She's so smooth with that too, like.
撮影お疲れ様でした。あ、先生。
But mangaka-chan here, mangaka, you know, mangaka sensei there, you know, hey, Aqua therapy first too. No, stop. I meant primal end. Soundtrack. Controla. Hey. ¿Qué puedo decir? Don't go for the light Yagami, guys, sweetheart. Okay, realistically speaking, I think we've all fallen for a toxic individual, a toxic friendship, a toxic ex. We might be in a toxic relationship, right? How do you guys, if you're gonna compare that to Light Yagami, how do you guys feel about that? Or how did you guys deal with that?
この作品は有馬さんの演技に支えられていたと思います。
Oh.
ありがとうございました。
Oh.
最終回は特にもっと早くあの感じが出てたらとは思いますが。
いやいや、アクア君、最終回評判だったよ。
Here you go, man.
作品の収益的には厳しかったけど、君みたいな才能に機会を与えるのが目的だから、それは達成できたのかな。
この P のタバコの吸い殻を検査に出した結果、僕とは赤の他人だということが分かって、ある意味安心はしたが。
君、イチゴプロの子だっけ？どことなく愛くんと似た顔つきしてるよね。
Stop.
そうですか。
ああ。
Aqua, okay, Aqua. The worst thing you can do. Hold on. The worst thing you can do is show your hands too early. You can't pull an Askeladd at the final moment, dude. You can't show your cards too early and go through and be like, so what do you know about I? What do you know about this? What you need to go ahead and do is let him play his cards, right? Because if you open up too early, he's going to be like, you know, you scratch my back, I scratch yours type of thing, right? But my back is in my wallet, you know? And how about I give you this information if you join me for the next 12 projects that I have lined up. And then I'll scratch your back a little, you know? What do you think? What do you think? Good idea, good idea, bad idea? People are so toxic like that. You got to be careful, dude. You got to be so careful. Because once you display your cards out like this, right? Once you're like, oh, here's everything, right? What do you know about I? What do you know about I? You become vulnerable. You become weak. You become a disposition, and someone predatory, a producer, a director, someone that's out there will pick up on your little insecurities, on your instincts, and be like, well, you see, I have this next project called Ed and Evil Ed give you therapy and try to break you for the next 90 days. If you join, we'll have a conversation, and then the project after that, you know, is going to go ahead and be called, you know, Let's Make a Date with Evil Ed. Would you be interested? Oh, and then the project after that is sort of like, you know, the square, which is essentially kind of like the circle, except Evil Ed edition. I'd love to watch the Ed series. Aqua, Evil Ed is such a... Oh, he is. He is. You son of a bitch. I'm in. How many Eds are there? And welcome to the multiverse of Eds, right? Aqua had no real leads for 10 years. But that's the thing is, it's a bit dangerous. It's a dangerous game to play at. And it's a dangerous game to be at in a world like this. You can't, like, how the reason why Askeladd failed in Vinland Saga is because he revealed his cards too early. Aqua, you can't do that. You gotta hand off to yourself. You gotta be open to yourself. You gotta. He's more rational when he's around him.
彼女の顔は間近でよく見ていたからね。間違いないよ。
間近でですか。愛と
Oh no! You revealed your cards too early!
ファッション雑誌のモデルの仲介で一緒に仕事してね。それ以来、仕
So beautiful,
事
though.
を振るだけじゃなくていろいろお世話してあげたよ。いい営業先紹介したり、事務所に内緒で男の子と会う時とか、いいお店を教えてあげたり。
誰と会ってたか知ってますか？
君、もしかして愛くんのファン？個人のゴシップにも興味がある？
あります。
そうだね。教えてあげてもいいけど。
Every time, man. Every time, ladies and gentlemen. Every fucking time. I'm done. I'm done with this show. I'm done with this show. I'm done with this show. I literally gone, bro. Literally gone. It's enough. It's enough. The curse of knowledge. Embrace your oracle status. I wish I was an oracle, my friends. I wish I was an. You can't deny what you are forever. Rip keyboard. Rip keyboard. Man. Well, no, I broke my keyboard. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not a wizard. I'm not a wizard. This just Kitty Cat. Thanks so much for the sub, by the way. I'm not a wizard. I am just an individual that's been around a long time for like the theater and whatnot industry that knows how some people can be. But yeah, I appreciate the sub, man. Anyway, what would have been a better negotiation? Honestly, a better negotiation tactic would have been something like if you played it cool. Oh, that's cool. You knew I. I might reach out to you at a later point just to have a conversation or something. You know, I have a couple ideas we can shoot back and forth without like agreeing to something, right? It's like, oh, tell me what you know, like because all of a sudden like you open up. It's just like, hey, we'll talk about this later. Not at this event because then it know like I'm fully interested. It's like, hey, at a later point, when I'm going to go for something, do something. Thanks so much for the follow, Lord the Pete. Remember, for all this talk about being an adult, man, dude is traumatized 16-year-old. See, this is why I love these reactions to Ascendant. Dude, how is the author so good? How is the author so good, dude? But you definitely hit on topics on previous video that don't get addressed until several chapters way ahead. Oof. I mean, hopefully, I think that'd be cool, but still, like.
ここは交換条件といこう。君の顔は愛くんに似ていて美しい。恋愛リアリティショーに興味はある？
Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Thank you so much for coming to the stream today. That marks the end of. I'm fucking. Oh, thanks so much. I'm fucking. I feel like I'm choking on a fucking piece of Dalmatian black. Thanks so much for the sub. Oh man. Oh. 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 You're talented, you wizard. You can't run from your destiny. You are a wizard. Bro, I'm fucking dying. I'm sorry if food like hit. I'm taking off food from my screen. I literally spit it out. What the fuck, dude? The moment my brain processed it, it was just like poof. Oh god. You're a wizard, Ed. I wish. I'm eating some panda, dude. Oh, Ed studying in Hogwarts. I wish, man. I wish. Okay, I'm not a wizard. I'm gonna go and state that, right? I'm not a wizard, but also it makes sense. I mean, he would do pretty. It'd be interesting. So here's the thing: is if this genuinely, if he is, oh man. Okay, hold on. I gotta cool myself down, otherwise I'm gonna get a nosebleed here. I didn't think that so many things would come true so quickly. Is that Akka in disguise? Lies or love? If he does do, say, a reality show, a Love Is Blind type of thing, or Too Hot to Handle, or whatever, he has to hold his cards to the end again, right? He has to come through for the most unexpected one, right? Has to like there has to be some sob stories and individuals that are thrown in there, right? Because you have everyone that's like, I'm the cool kid. Oh, I'm the one that's a little bit like that has like a dark history. I'm the one that accidentally fucks up in the middle of a thing and everyone hates me, but turns out I'm actually a really good person. Like he has to play his cards strategically. High streamer, but so on and so forth, right? Like he needs to be able to play his cards correctly, that like he doesn't get involved too quickly or he doesn't lead people on, and he jumps in at the very end if this turns out to be a reality show that he does go to, because what he can do is he can create a strong distortion on people, right? And especially if he sees like this is where I'm scared, because Aqua going into a situation like this, if there's anyone in there with really really low self-esteem, who's not to say that Aqua won't be their savior, just the way that he was Kana's savior? Who's not to say that Aqua won't fabricate a scenario and won't be there at the perfect time to save them, emotionally or so on and so forth, and then be like, ah, I only love my sister. My family means the world to me. Will you be my family? And like the girl just like, Shokugeki no Soma's it, just like, like so on and so forth, and then comes back or something like that, right? Or guy. I don't know what Aqua's into. Mikasa. Are we banning Dot from episode 5 onwards? Alabama route? Well, no, the purpose why I'm getting at this is because Aqua is so intelligent, so smart, that I think he can understand when is the appropriate time to chime in and when the tempo of a scene, especially for a reality TV show, is doing. Or he could do the bare minimum. Yeah, well, yeah, it's doing the bare minimum until the very end, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to build connections in this industry to find out who your daddy is, so on and so forth. So you got to play your cards right. Can have a lots of room for pretext, absolutely, and people get really involved. The thing with reality shows, I'm gonna be straight up, is the toxicity of social media. Because I'm just gonna throw it out. I'm gonna throw it out this way, right? Let's say I'm just gonna throw it out this way, right? We're all in a dating show right here, right now. Everyone in chat, everyone that's chatting right now, we're all in a big dating show, a reality dating show, right? Ooh, Horesmi and Blade Dragon ended up together, but Blade Dragon said Horesmi looks a little thick in his fit today. Ooh, social media saying, "Oh, Blade Dragon, how could you? You're so horrible." Blah 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 blah. He might be the most kindest individual in their relationship, and he said that as a joke. But social media, oh, you know, Nick Mayer and I, are trying to have a conversation, and Nick Mayer says, "Ed, I don't like French version of you," and punches me, and it's like, screw you, you're a horrible individual, you're toxic to everyone else, and all of a sudden, guess what? It's social media. Social media clips everything out of context, and and like it's coming through and like, oh wow, Nickmere shouldn't have punched him. You know, wow, how could Nickmere do that? And it's like, you know, shared out of context, out of all places. Reality show is all about the clippable moments, sadly. And it's about the ways that we're able to go ahead and understand one another. It can even be something as simple as Real Grim and say Ascendant Edge holding hands, and like they said that they would never find love, and they like softly together, their hands just like the shot is just this, you know, so lewd. Oh wow, they finally held hands together. Whoa, wow, aren't his hands a little bigger than her, than it, so on and so forth. Like, it can get to the point where it's too much, where the outside influence can be too much. And if you're on your phone, you're checking your phone 24/7, like, I wonder what they said. It can devastate a person. It can completely devastate a person. Hand holding in public broadcast is indeed too much. But it can. It's also like there was a study done on reality TV shows, and I think the like self-esteem and suicidality rate was pretty high. Like, in terms of people attempting on their life after being on a reality show or during a reality show, is pretty high. I know that, like, for example, I'm not going to name the name because I don't want to get in trouble, but our most recent reality TV show about dating blindly, that's all I got to say, because of their insane routine of, like, being up at many hours or whatnot, there are people who have attempted, you know, and people who have, like, hurt themselves in some way, shape, or form. You better be buying a lot of new keyboards. I actually need a new keyboard. I need a new camera and a good mic that's not USB. Never hand holding. Yeah. But I hope that makes sense. This is exactly why I'm kind of against Aqua going there, but I'm also like, it would be interesting. It would be hella interesting.
おい、まだかかるのか、ルビー。
もうちょっと待ってってばお兄ちゃん。この制服可愛いけど複雑なんだもん。でも
I know you can't see. We can't see. I know. I got it. Backing it up a second.
おい、まだかかるのか、ルビー。
もうちょっと待ってってばお兄ちゃん。この制服可愛いけど複雑なんだもん。でもほんと可愛い。
初日から遅刻は勘弁してくれよ。
Does look pretty good.
スカート短すぎないか。
お兄ちゃんって昔からおっさん臭いよね。あ、そうだ。ママ、行ってきます。
Oh. They did move houses, right? Hold on, they did move houses, right? Okay, because I was gonna say is I would be traumatized if I had to go through the entrance of where my mom died and said goodbye, mama, every single time that I left that. Oh, stop it! I'm traumatizing myself. I'm traumatizing myself by thinking of these scenarios. Oh no! Oh.
これからの3年間、お互いに。
芸能科は F 組だっけか。
うん、途中まで一緒に行こう。入学おめでとうアクア。あとルビー。
Oh yeah, dude.
養東高校は他の高校と比べて授業日程は融通が利くけど、普通に赤点取ったり出席日数足りなかったら留年するし、カリキュラムもそんな違いはない。でもあの子は俳優、あの二人は最大手アイドルグループの子。あそこの胸がでかい子はグラビアモデル。あれは声優と配信者、ファッションモデルに歌手。
Can I be in this class?
ベンチに座ってるのは歌舞伎役者と女優。みんな芸能人。ここは日本で一番見られる側の人間が多い高校でもあるわ。歓迎するわよ、後輩。
At a high school.
芸能界へようこそ。
緊張してきた。
そんな必要ないわよ。ここは養成所でも撮影所でもなくて普通の学校なんだから、普通にしてればいいのよ。
右見たら美人、左 左見たらイケメン。地元の中学校とは明らかに別物。とはいえママの遺伝子を受け継いでる私も顔では負けてないわけで。
I was about to say, Ruby, you gotta walk in there with confidence, dude. Otherwise, people might, like, start leaving you behind. People have already their formed cliques and shit, right? And in a society, in an environment like this, you gotta be quick with it. You gotta be able to jump on in here and shine through, because there are people with these cliques that the first thing that they do in a lot of performing centers is judge. There's a lot of judgments that come through, right? So personally, my recommendation for you, Ruby, is to look outside of the school. If you're gonna go ahead and be an idol and you want to start up an idol group or something like that, look outside of the school, right? Maybe one person from the school is fine, but try and get other members outside, because being in here is gonna be really toxic really, really quickly. The pro tag seat, school settings are easy to write and appeal to a broad audience. Oh, okay, yeah. Imagine how many followers you have. Isn't that an unreasonable amount of pressure for a child? I mean, it's already an unreasonable amount of pressure for a child to even take tests for ESME. There's already an unreasonable amount of child for a school to be just invested in performance in general, right? I'm pretty sure Instant Bullet never really had any chapters in school, even though they were in high school. But yeah, that's why I'm like,
生まれてなるものか。すごい。ゴール。お、すんません、ジロジロ見てもうて。めっちゃ美人おるやん思て。やっぱり芸能家ってすごいわ。
never mind, make friends, Ruby. Take everything I just said and throw it all out the door. Take everything I just said and just throw it all out the door, my friend. Oh, hold on. Primal. Yeah, that's oh. Aw. She seems really nice.
めっちゃ美人おるやん思て。やっぱり芸能家ってすごいわ。いやいや、あなただってモデルさん？お、せやねん一応。うち寿みなみ言います。よろしゅう。寿みなみ。あ、グラドルやってるんだ。目の前でググるのは非人道的やない。
What do you mean by pinup model? Hold on. What do you mean by pinup model? That's the real question. Hold up. Right. No, the sound's not broken. Are you just talking about a model in general? Because there's a difference between a model, right, and then a model who's deemed to be sexualized. And if that's the case, isn't she in high school? Oof. Like, there's a joke that, like, you know, we could throw out there jokes, but it's also like, you know, there's a first year of Japan. It's a Japan moment. Hashtag Japan moment, guys. What can we say? It's a Rudy moment. It is what it is. It's a Rudy. And there, Anyways, all right. It really is a Japan moment. No, I was just curious because my mind, I was like, wait, so she's just a model, or is it like more than that? Because if it's a more than that, then all of a sudden it's like, you know, right? Before Frosty, Anyway, yeah, I need to go get it, but I was gonna say Japan. You want to wear this one because that's anyway.
リアル関西弁 達も神奈川、喋り方はなんていうか、ノリ？関西弁だった？っていう感じで友達になったみなみちゃん。
どういう感じだよ。
どうも。
まあ、友達できて何よりだよ。
She's awesome,
お兄ちゃんは友達できた？
いや別に友達作りにこの学校入ったわけじゃないし。
これできなかったやつだ。ごめんね、辛いこと聞いて。もう教室での話しなくていいから。
話し相手くらいはできたっつの。男子はいきなり友達認定とかしねえから。元より一般化はそっちと違って中高一貫。
What is it saying? Hold on, what is it saying? Anxious, avoidant, anxious, right? Or more secure, actually. You have two different attachment styles in plain view at the moment, right? You have someone who will who will have a conversation but doesn't want to attach to anyone, and someone who will attach to like everyone that's coming through, or like someone that is friendly enough to go and introduce them in the first day. This is the first day, and what does she do? Hey, meet my friend. I just met my friend. You want to see my friend? Oh, isn't she pretty? I just met her today. She's my friend. You know, and meanwhile it's like yeah. Oof. She's doing the power and control things. Yep.
だからそれなりに友達関係完成してて交友深めるの時間がかかるんだよ。別に入学ぼっちとかじゃねえし、わかる？
アクアがすごく饒舌に喋ってる。
Yeah, it's quite a bit,
みな
man.
みちゃん、アクアとも友達になってあげて。ええですよ。
友達をお裾分けすんな。俺はいいから自分の心配をしろ。特殊な環境だし、勝手も違うだろう。
そうなんですよね。周りもプロだと思うと結構緊張しちゃうっていうか。そんな必要ないわよ。ここは養成所でも撮影所でもなくて普通の学校なんだから、普通にしてればいいのよ。ルビーちゃん、
どっかでまんま聞いたセリフなんだが、まあ入学式見た感じ容姿の整ってるやつは多いけど、媒体で見たことあるやつはほとんどいなかったから緊張する必要はないんじゃないか。
いたの、すごい人。
それではこの後教材などの物品購入がありますので。すみません、今日番宣で朝の生放送。
Oh God. Oh, she seems like the. Oh, okay. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, we have them reptiles coming on in here. The reptilians have been a part of our society for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. They're putting stuff in the water that are turning the freaking frogs gay. Wizard versus lizard. The elite really are aliens. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to go get my tinfoil hat for this, as we're dealing with reptiles now. What a reference! What a reference! Snake Girl connection. Lizardmen confirmed in OshiNoKo. Oh God. No, but what an introduction to whoever this character may be, or whoever this character is. Because immediately, like, not coming in on time, coming in a little bit later, it's already giving off a bit of a distance vibe and also a power and control vibe. Excuse me, I had to go on live TV for the promo this morning. It's already positioning yourself, and instead of just saying, "Oh, sorry, I'm late," excuse me, I had to go on live TV for a promo this morning. She's already positioning herself, and it it might not be with like malicious intent, but she's already positioned herself in a power position. Bruh, I'm so glad they actually making an effort to differentiate the girls' colors. The manga had more than a few confusing battles for me. It's such an amazing isekai. She's asserting dominance, but she seems the type of individual to play things to, like, kind of like Aqua, to play things in her power, but Aqua's playing them towards more like getting revenge, while she seems the type to just play it because of power's control. Right? Just off of this one statement she made right here, right now, I can almost guarantee you that she might start some trouble later on. Conversational T-posing. Realistically, she could have just come in and said, "Hey, sorry, I'm late." Gone and take a seat. When the teacher asked later on, "Why were you late?" "Oh, sorry, I had to go do a promo shoot this morning." In a room full of actors, in a room full of performers and whatnot, she had to state, "I was doing a promo this morning for TV." What vibes does that give you? It's a power move. it's probably positioning yourself as the center of the classroom. It's probably going to position like she's the type of individual that like if you were to meet her, say that you were in a game show or something, right? She would be like the type of individual that would make a deal with you in the background and then try and act it out, right? Like she's the type of individual that like moves pieces or tries to like confirm deals behind the scenes in order for stuff to play out her way so that she can look good. Like no one does something like this. No one does something like this normally. No one just appears out of nowhere and is like, "Hi, yeah, sorry, let me T-post. Let me T-post. Sorry, I was at a TV promo this morning. Where were you all? Excuse me, sorry, I'm late. Let me T-pose here, you know?" Best dictator I ever did. For all the jokes we made, Lizard could... Okay, anyways, sorry.
入学式くらいは出たかったんですけど。知らないフリル。
知らないフリルだ。
知らないフリルがいたんだよ。月9のドラマで大ヒット。歌って踊れて演技もできるマルチタレント。美少女といえばほとんどの人がまず思い浮かべる知らないフリル。
いや当然知ってるけど、お前そこまでご就寝だったのか。
Aqua just doesn't care.
ふん
ってあの知らないフリルだよ。
興味ない。俺の最推しは今も昔も愛だけだし。
Okay, Aqua. I'm back. Sorry. That took me out for a second. Right. Because I'm about to I have a weird feeling, dude. You talk about your mommy so much. If I if I was if I was I, you know, if I was doing the face, you know, or like the face, would that get you hard? Would that make you blush if I started becoming like if I'm like, you know, if I all of a sudden have like the stars like her, if I put on some contacts and I act very similarly to her and I'm like, you know, doing all of these weird faces and stuff, would that make you blush? Would you be into that? Are you into mommy? Are you into some Oedipus Rex here? God damn it. Like because you keep bringing her up in weird scenarios. Like there's a difference between being able to go ahead and say, hey, you know what? Like I appreciated mom, right? I think mom was the best idol out there. But you're seeing her as a third person perspective. The only person I truly loved and were enthralled by was I. The only person I cared about was I. The only person that moved my kokoro was I. So what happens if someone comes along and hears that and tries to manipulate you? Let's be honest, it's a possibility. So, oh man, I have so many questions. Look at this.
ふん
ってあの知らないフリルだよ。
興味ない。俺の
My favorite always was and always will be I. Okay, so then what if someone tries to be that way? What if that's your thing, bro? I can't hear. I can't hear you unless you put on a purple wig in context. Well, I mean, what if I act like? What if I like mommy kink? That's what it's starting to sound like. That's what legit. That is what it's starting to sound like. Does anyone else wonder if I noticed how Aqua never called her mom? You mean if Ruby, or if I know? Oof, oof. Stars, yeah, yeah. It's a complex. But my big thing is it's still an identity issue because Ruby was at least able to go ahead and ascertain her as her mom. Aqua still has not called her mom. So that means that aside from it being a parataxic distortion, it means that for Aqua, he's viewing her as something other than just mom. Is it a mommy kink if he doesn't see her as his mother? It's still a mommy kink because that is his mom. You know, at some point in time, he had to been like all up in the booba. You know, please stop. It's not too late. Your power is growing fast at this rate, Fallen Guardian. Turns out MasterChef has been moved to Thursday mornings. Hey, yo. I think Ruby was able to cause she was 12 in her previous in life, still child. Aqua was 30 plus. She's a goddess. So that's sort of what I'm touching on, man, because for me it's this whole fascination that he keeps going back to. It's okay to go for revenge, right? But even still bringing up I in this context. Olivia Kent, thanks so much for the follow. It makes me wonder. It really does make me wonder if he has a mommy kink, or if he were to like, I hate to put it this way, if he were to hire a lady of the night, would he put a wig and Aqua's eyes on her? Aqua's eyes on her? Would that be his kink? Stars. Olivia Kent, how you doing? I hope you would. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing wonderful. I hope you're practicing that self care. Aqua's still younger than he was before dying, while Ruby is in new territory since she's 12 years old. Mm. Mm. Anyway, sorry guys. Why do we get into weird, interesting but weird conversation? Okay, I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. Let's go.
正義は今も昔も愛だけだし。
そりゃ私もそうだけど、それはそれ、これはこれ。あ、ほら、あそこに実物。ああ、遠目でも可愛い。
マジでただのファンじゃん。クラスメートだろ。
だって。
こんにちは、白縫さん。俺の妹があんたと同じクラスなんだ。仲良くしてやってくれ。
ちょっとお兄ちゃん。あなた知ってる。京アマに出てた人？
よく知ってるな。そんな話題にもならなかったのに。
この前現場で話題になってて見た。よかった。
ありがとう。
そちらの方はミドジャンの表紙で見たことあります。南さんでしたっけ？はい。すごい。二人とも知らぬいフリルに認知されてる。あなたはごめんなさい。何をしてる方ですか？
うふ。
私は今のところ特に。そう。頑張って。
My heart, man. My heart. Autism moment. And Selena. Dude, what is it that you do? I will just keep at it. Keep doing what you do. Keep. Oh. I don't know how I'd feel. Never meet your heroes in real life. Realistically speaking, yeah, never meet your. She isn't human. I don't think that she's not human. I just think that, in a way where everyone already's mentioned that they're from something, of course, you're going to try and relate in that other way. She sounds cold. I truly think she's trying to be nice. I think she's trying to be nice. I think she is stars. I think she's trying to find a point of relating to someone, but it's hard. Anyway. Aww.
アイドルグループ作ります。はい、オーディションってわけにもいかないの。
でもこのままじゃあの子特に仕事ないらしいよ。
Oh, hold on. Miyamu. Dude, you could do so many things to help her out. Realistically speaking, okay. I want to start off an idol group. Are you guys in? Chat, are you in? I know Miyako Mommy, dude. Oof. I want to start off an idol group. Are you guys in? I'm seeing a lot of it. I see a lot of yeses, some no's. I'm in. Son of a bitch, I'm in. Yes. Okay, I can be the crazy fan. So, why don't I go ahead and start off by doing a bunch of, throwing up a bunch of videos. I'll hold auditions later on, right? So I'm going to throw up a bunch of videos. I'm thinking in their perspective, by the way, right? I'm going to throw up a bunch of videos of hi, welcome to the channel. This is, the Psy Idol group, right? And today we're going to go ahead and go over... Is Monster really good? We're going to taste all the different flavors of Monster energy drink and find out which are tasty and which are bad. Something silly like that. build up an audience slowly but surely, right? Seidel, oh my god, I can't. I know. And then all of a sudden be like, wow, and for our next video, we're trying out different forms of water. What is the tastiest water and what is the garbage water? Let's try it out. Right? Wow, today we're going to try different exercise routines. Which ones eliminate us and which ones don't? And then all of a sudden be like, all right, guys, for this next episode, we are collabing with SP and Natalie to go ahead and do something. Stay tuned and just watch the popularity start going through, right? As like you keep doing collabs, you keep doing like putting out videos, you start garnering a fan base. So that way when auditions are held, I have like Demon and Blade Dragon and Tails and Kitty Cats and Stars and whoever wants to be a part of it ready to come into an area that already has a following. Because that is the smartest way to build up. That way all of a sudden you have people there for you and you don't have to start from ground zero. Okay, but who is Center Girl? Honestly, I don't even know. Center Girl's Ed. I don't even know about that, man. I don't even know about that. Evil Ed is the center. Stars. Ooh.
一般人じゃん
Miyako Mami.
一般人が紛れ込んでる厄介なミーハーじゃんこのままじゃいじめられる
ちゃんとしたグループ作るにはちゃんとしたスカウト雇ったり手続きがいるのよ。そうそう可愛い子なんて見つからないんだから。意欲のある子は大手のオーディションにあらかた持っていかれちゃうし。
芸能家に寿みなみちゃんっていう胸バカでかくて可愛い子がいるんだけど
よその事務所の子でしょ。ダメ。フリーの子ならまだしも事務所間の揉め事はごめんよ。
フリーならいるじゃん。フリーランスで名前が売れてる割に仕事がなくて顔が可愛い子。
Aqua. 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 Hold on, I'm backing up to seconds. Aqua, what the fuck? I'm not a wizard. He also called her cute. She has a cute face. La última y nos vamos. La última y nos vamos. No. Then it all comes from you, son of a bitch. The power levels are. Listen to how he said it. I know. She has a cute face. She's in, bros. She's in.
フリーならいるじゃん。フリーランスで名前が売れてる割に仕事。
She doesn't have much work considering how well known she is.
顔が可愛い子。
Oh man, I'm so fucking excited. I am so excited, ladies and gentlemen. He's growing powerful too fast. Now, my thing is, y'all see. I literally watched this live with you guys, like whenever I have the opportunity. That was so soon. Like, yeah, the author is doing a phenomenal job. Don't even praise me on that in any way, shape, or form. The author and his writing and the way that like this is cut up and whatnot, like literally, it's done so wonderful. It's done so well. I only praises. That's the only thing I have of this, and also seeing Aqua starting to evolve, where he's now recommending her, and he's wait a minute. Didn't I call this? As a form of like, it's a double call, right? Which is, I mentioned that she would no longer like, move away from the movie industry per se, which is now happening. And then I also mentioned that it was a form of power and control in an earlier stream by Aqua in order to keep a semblance of power and control over her. Wait a minute. That's like in episode 1 or 2. That was in episode 2. This is bad. This is it's a triple call even. Yeah. This is terrifying. Because what's he gonna do next? Is he gonna bring in another girl? Is he gonna go into like one of like is like every single little arc? Is he bringing in another girl and another girl and another girl? You know, does he not care about like, or maybe he cares about looks, but what about like age? What is the age range that he's stopping at, or what is he looking for specifically when he's bringing in these people? Like I told you, don't even know yet, homie. The ride's just started. True. That's why I'm saying run, Kana, run. Yeah, because he's mm, this is gonna happen. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna do that personally, but he might. He's looking for eye clothes. Ed's starting to become a terrified. I genuinely terrify myself sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. Whenever an author gets something right, it's terrifying because not a lot of people do that. No, that's sort of what I'm wondering is what is he looking for specifically that recommends this, right? What is he looking for specifically in people that he's able to go ahead and do a recommendation on things? And that's a big aspect that I'm in, right? Because clearly Kana and him have a power dynamic that's already present, right? And yet he wants to go ahead and might be helping, but at the same time it is a power control, power dynamic in that like there is an infatuation between Kana to him, right? And he already called her cute, so there might be some actual feelings in there. What happens? Is this what he's gonna keep doing? It's people that he finds useful or that can gain him an advantage or something that he's gonna attach himself to? People who can control. He's building his own eye. He needs a dancer, a singer, a liar, and fuse them all. Wow. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, holy bananas. This episode was wild and confirming a lot of things. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I feel like this episode took us through a journey. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode took us through a wild journey. I'm searching for one thing. Hold on. Where's it? That's all the way over there. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we went a little deep. I think I need my little floater here. I honestly feel as though, you know, as we're going through all of this, like the deeper we go, the more that we understand quite literally everything that's been like the characters, right? Their development. Specifically when it comes to Aqua, like his fascination with I is more than just like she's my mom. It's turned into I is my everything, right? Guess I should reread it again. Duh, the flow. The I know I can't swim, so I guess I'll float. I guess I'll float into the deep end here. We're diving in deep. We're diving in deep. I'll put it on backwards just for safety. But that's my number one thing. Is Aqua never saw I like her mom, right? So he has his reason for living. He has his reasons for going on, and I have a feeling that if he, let's say that he, but then comes the next questions, right? Number one, is it a healthy way of living? No, it's not. I think we can all answer that clearly, right? If and I bought the end I, I bought the Ed versus evil Ed thing. Wait, what do you mean? I is his idol. Well, I is more than just his idol. I is his way of life. I is love. I is life. I understands the truth of as to who he is. He feels genuine as stated here, right? I has become the center point as to who he was. I has become the center pillar as to like literally the foundation as to who he is. So without I, he is no longer him, right? He is an empty vessel without I. Oh, Ed versus Evil Ed. Oh, I'll do it in a second. Hold on. No, because he never acknowledged I as his mother. However, he still has this parataxic distortion on I, which makes this her pillar. Uh, the five cat Ed versus Evil Ed topic. The stalker was the demon one who set was the one who set everything up, and the father had nothing to do with it. And now that Mr. Stalker is dead, he has no one to take. Okay, fine. We can do that, right? But realistically speaking, in a way, I have a few. I already know what Evil Ed's gonna say to that. Because look, even if I'm like, okay, let's just say that the stalker is the end all be all that's been arrested, that's been taken care of, everything's gone through. What do you have to say to that? Extremely unlikely. And here are the reasons why. How did the stalker get that information to be able to go through with it? The stalker did not just randomly wake up one evening and decide, you know what? I know where I lives. I know how to get to I. I know what exactly to do. I know that she has kids. I know that this is working, so on and so forth. Right, but people can get information off the internet pretty simply, right? You can go ahead and look stuff up. You can start piling together. You can use different methods of going ahead and coming together. But the thing is, this was a highly regarded secret. They were never seen together out in public with the kids, right? And the manager at that time and everyone else had kept it hush hush. So the only people that knew were the father and I, and along with the management unit. Okay, but what about upper class management inside of that, right? Why wouldn't it just be that yeah, why couldn't it just be that a stalker followed I and so on and so forth? You really think that a stalker would just follow I without anyone noticing, right? In that regard, or that they would be able to go ahead and look on in, considering the fact that the kids were still not labeled as hers, in that regard. This takes more than just an effort of a single individual. This takes the effort of someone knowing that they are her kids, right? Because clearly the manager, Mommy Chan, was always there, right? The manager was there from time to time. So it takes a lot more than just a simple gathering of information. Continuing through with this though, what makes you specify that, like, if he was caught, right, that should be the end all be all? Well, what it here's the thing. If the stalker were to just be it, right? Actually, Aqua would probably commit suicide. Trigger warning. Aqua would probably hurt himself. Aqua needs this reason to live, and this might sound fucked up because it is, Ed. But Aqua needs a reason to believe that there's more at play. Otherwise, everything that he's done is for nothing. So Aqua needs this to be real. Aqua needs this to be real more so than anybody else. Otherwise, why did his mom die at his hands when he couldn't do anything about it? Why was he not able to go ahead and ascertain this or be ready for when something like this would eventually happen? I needs this more so than anybody else, and that's why he's clinging to it. Because for him, if this is not real, he is not real, and he has failed. But what is it? Is it okay to fail? That's the main question, though. Like, what if his paratactic distortion then just all of a sudden shift to Ruby? Hasn't it already? He's already trying to deny. He's already trying to control what she can and can't do. He's already trying to say no, she can't be an idol. But now that she decided to be an idol, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Kana, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna try and bring in more people onto this. He has a whole system of power and control where he's gonna be protective over his sister. Now I'm gonna go to throw this back at you. What happens when his sister no finds out what he's doing? When she's disgusted by the fact that his whole introduction of people towards her has been, it could have been out of the goodness of his heart, but comes off as a series of power and control and comes off pretty sickly. More than likely you're gonna get a system of like hurt and whatnot. There might have been a parataxic distortion between her and her previous life and him, where she admired him, that was her first love or something like that. But like that doesn't really change the fact that like they're brothers or siblings, And why not? Let's go in deeper. As we're breaking down these characters, specifically, in a lot of cultures, dating between cousins is fine. If Aqua does not identify himself as the son of I, does he identify himself as the brother of Ruby? Or does he just go along with the title that Ruby gave him? I mean, he did say that there were the kids of I. Did he? Has he ever said, "This is my sister"? I mean, yeah, he said take care of my sister. He said take care of my sister in this episode, right? I'm pretty sure he did. So then he identifies as her brother. So how would you be able to? You're telling me a man that might have a mommy kink would not stoop so low to try and ascertain the truth. If you really want to think about how fucked up this story can get, Ed, let's talk about how deep we can go with this. If you were to break Aqua, how would you do it? I would try and help him, Evil Ed. I would honestly make sure that he gets therapy, and find a healthy resolution for everyone, because at the end of the day, that's sort of what you can do is advertise like, hey, go get help if you guys are in a tough scenario. There's health hotlines, there's 101 other opportunities and stuff out there. Here's what I'm thinking. Ruby becomes a main idol star. Ruby becomes super big in the world. Aqua still blowing up as an actor, blowing up as an individual, making all these connections and stuff. Ruby gets a new manager. Ruby gets into a new system where like the idol group has blown up so big that they have this new manager, this new venue that they're performing at, or whatever. Aqua finds out that new manager is her dad. What does he do? Does he choose to go through with his revenge and breaking apart the promises, or like, the sibling love to be there for Ruby? Or does he stay with Ruby and associate his demand for revenge? Or does he do both and try and hide it, and later on Ruby finds out about it? What would happen in a scenario like that? That depends. That's really hard. That depends. Because I don't think Ruby would want revenge. Ruby has already moved past that. Ruby has already moved past that. What if he's already seeing himself as a demon? Here's the thing, Ed. What if Aqua, at this point in time, has decided, you know what, I'm already a demon. I'm going to start moving away. I'm going to start putting up boundaries, right? And I'm going to start gathering people. Okay, Senor Pinguino, I need you to gather information for me, okay? I need you to go and get this information from this person. Ooh, Ram, I need you to go ahead and, I'm going to be a bit manipulative with you from time to time, but I'm going to lead you on. But I want you to go ahead and go and gather some more information and keep Ruby happy while you're at it. And, so on and so forth. At the end of the day, he could build a dichotomy of power, of walls between himself and her. He could build a center of everything, right? Where he's using everyone and pulling the strings apart. Oh no, Chica, I know you're emotionally unstable. Chica, it's okay. I'll be here for you. I'll be here for you when no one else is here for you, because now you rely on me. And now, Chica, I need you to go ahead and do this for me, okay? And I'm still gonna love you. I'm still gonna be here for you. Wonderful, right? You see what I'm getting at, Ed? If I play my cards right, I can get all the information I need. I could go down the plot of revenge and have everyone else control and stifle the information. Even when people say, hey, I'm here for you, are they truly there for me? The director's... And I think that was more than 5 minutes of Evo Ed versus Ed. This is the constant communication. Hold on. This is a type of communication that that's constantly happening. What is going on here? How could this story evolve? What does this mean in every scenario? He probably grabbed the warmed cigarette, but like Aqua thinks the ends justify the means, and do they? And that's sort of the main thought of that. I legit missed that, and I read the damn manga too. When Serena died, he felt powerless because it was out of his control. He took the image of Aya, someone he never wanted, yeah, and blew it up. If he finds out about Ruby, does this... No, stars. It probably doesn't. It probably means that he would try and like Ruby would now become the center point that he needs to protect, because he couldn't protect her in the previous life, so he needs to protect her now. But he still needs to satiate his revenge because the train of thought has already started. Oh damn, Horesme. Stay safe, mate. Aqua has, but I think they're buried deep down. Well, I mean, here's the thing. What if what ends up happening, right, in the scenario is as Ruby starts to find out more and more, right, or so that she starts becoming more and more aware of what may be happening. What if being in the entertainment industry, Aqua starts healing for whatever reason, and he starts saying, wait a minute, maybe I'm in the wrong path. But yet Ruby all of a sudden starts going into the dark side. And Ruby's like, oh fuck, I need to step up. I need to do something. Something went wrong, and clearly my brother was trying to protect me for so long. No, this is not okay. Oh, what if the roles flip? Because that could be possible as well, where all of a sudden Aqua's trying to go and succeed, and Ruby is like, something went wrong. Yo, how's it going, Lester Candy? I know we're just diving back in. Otherwise, you guys are gonna have me like literally going back and forth for like 3 hours, uh, and that would just be wild. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this episode is fucking phenomenal in terms of the actual acting, in terms of like the way that the characters are thinking it's realistic, the way that the characters are interacting, the way that they're. Uh, this is the most entertainment I had on stream. I'm glad. The way that they're actually like making connections, they're able to go ahead and establish one another. It's awesome. I love it, dude. And I hope you guys like enjoy the fact that we're treating them as individuals, as like human beings and stuff, and not like just fictional characters. Like that's my main thing is I hope you guys like the fact that like we treat them like individuals, like actual human beings that we can talk about, that we can go over, so on and so forth, rather than just like, oh yeah, they're whatever, right? Like they're just fictional characters or whatnot, and be like creates fiction 15 contradictory. I'm not sure about 15 contradictory like predictions as much as like they're all real to me. Good. This this is what I wanted to go back to. I don't because we've already seen that like child genius, her being stuck back there, right? A big portion of that is her trauma. This this sticks out to me. She's checking her phone and she's crying. This sticks out. That's what I really love from her videos, because I never think of them as like the individuals or real people. Oh, whoever this girl is, checks her iPhone apparently, and is crying under the covers as well. This is gonna sound. This is gonna sound fucked up yet. Yeah, this is gonna sound fucked up. Is this one of Aqua's targets? She missed the 5 hour analysis on YouTube. Is this gonna be one of Aqua's targets? Yeah. All of a sudden, you use targets, and you're like, wait a minute. No, please don't give me an answer. The only reason I'm saying this is because you know how I mentioned with Chica and with Ram that like, oh, you're in an emotional state, let me step in and save you. She's checking her phone as though like she got a really bad message, or she's been reading the YouTube comment section. Which, by the way, thank you all for being so positive. I really appreciate it. Like the positivity in the OshiNoKo videos has been amazing. I appreciate y'all so much. It means the world for me. The world to me, that you guys are really positive and nice and everything. Thanks so much for the follow, Terrell, by the way. But yeah, like she's either reading comments or on or getting a text message that's really bad or something like that, but enough to be crying, enough that it's affecting her deeply. Whenever something affects you deeply, it affects a portion of your self-esteem. So that's what I'm wondering. Checking Reddit, she spins around in the OP, her hair looks familiar. Sounds good, Nick Mayor. Have a good night. Stay safe, my friend. She's cute. This girl's really cute. Do I need to put on the Primal Ed again? Feels like my cousin though. I have a cousin. Hey yo. No, not like that. Not like that. That comes up so wrong. Not like that. What I meant is like the official has a VTuber model of her. what I meant, guys, not like that. God, I can't fucking say anything without. What I meant is, I have a cousin who looks young but is older than me. She looks like she's like really, really young, but she's like significantly older and does all the TikTok dances and stuff, and has like a very similar hairstyle and everything to this. Like, she has like a actually very similar to this, but she tends to be like her hair's longer and stuff, so it's something else. 1,000-year-old loli? No, she's not 1,000-year-old loli. In the car right now, but reminded to stay hydrated. Sweet home and Alabama. Ed is projecting. I'm not projecting, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not projecting. She's only 800 years. She's only 800 years old. Of course, we have her. We have Kana here. Ooh, 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 ooh. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know we're going back and we're hitting on the film and acting. That's the girl we saw crying under the thing in theater. Are her and Kana gonna really hate each other? Like, let's say Aqua's in the middle here. For some reason, the Aqua connects with her, right? With this girl. They're both acting. Oh, I'm sorry. They're both acting individuals. They're both in the acting world. Gotta dip. I'll catch the next stream. Sounds good. Really appreciate it. The reason I'm saying this is, look at this, right? Acting, film actor, theater actor. If Aqua's involved in both of these individuals' lives, and say that, oh, whoa, wow. Let me cook. Déjame cocinar un poquito, por favor. Sounds good, Coffee. Appreciate you so much. We have her, film, acting. We have her, theater, acting. You know, actually, you know what? Dale. You know what's actually kind of weird, but now that I think about it, may be true. Ai's form of how she was more theatrical than it would be film. In terms of her bubbly personality, like the is a lot more like theater acting than it is like film acting. Like, my mind is like do because I'm looking at all the reactions. I'm thinking back at Ai, and I'm like, what is Ai's face look like? Well, she's on the stage. We were worried about Ruby. Kek times 999. She was originally a stage performer after all. Oh boy, do I love Dots ice cream and the mom issue. That's what I'm saying. I feel like there might be some big issues. Those IRL interactions, not just for the film and camera, right? But like, when you're performing, your facial expressions have to be big because it has to reach the back, like, the end back of the stage that you're performing in. So that's why I'm like, as we're going through this, there might be some interesting. Okay, there might be some interesting competitions popping up. Will Aqua save her same way that Aqua saved Kana? And are they gonna? Is this a distortion that's gonna come out? See, but the life is a stage, and we're just merely players, right? See, childhood trauma, bam. That looks more like peer pressure type trauma, then bam. Wait. Bam. Is that I? Wait. Hold on, boys. Hold on. What? The that looks like it's I. It looks like, because look. Hold on. 10 seconds. Her trauma, bam, the person, right? The person, that's I. And she has notes about I. I don't know what they mean in Japanese because I can't read Japanese. But that's I. Are they her notes or is there somebody else? Is somebody else studying I or is this a stalker? Hold on. Was this related to her? What the fuck is going on? Anyways, Misato, have a good night. Thank you so much. Appreciate you for being here. Hope to see you again. Also, guys, if you guys like today's video, do let me know. Make sure to follow, like, you know, hit the comment button, especially on the YouTube videos. It helps a ton. It helps a ton. Yeah, I do a bunch of notes for whenever I do acting, and like I put up like how I should do my character progressions and what works for them, what tics they have, stuff like that. Wow. Okay. I'm mind blown. I'm mind blown, ladies and gentlemen. I if I continue, I might just spend all day here. Wow. Wow. I'm mind blown, ladies and gentlemen. I hope I've been able to go ahead and share some of my thoughts as to these characters. This was a really fun episode. I think it really explored and expanded on the character dynamics present. I honestly think that we are about to go through a wild ride. Like we're in a roller coaster, and this whole roller coaster was just like it's just about to hit the thing, so that we can go like what go up and down now. This is beautiful. This is fantastic. It could be Aqua's notes as well. Yeah, this is absolutely fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so excited to see where this show goes. I'm excited to see the development between Ruby and Aqua specifically, like sibling dynamics present. What is this going to go ahead and be? What is this going to go ahead and do? And then I'm also excited to go ahead and see how Aqua's going to go ahead and progress as an individual. Is he going to lead more towards his manipulative side and try and bring people in, more people in, to be around Ruby, people that he can control and people that he knows and trusts? Or is he just gonna try and like, do his own thing and let everything be okay and fine and have Ruby figure shit out for herself? Right? I'm so curious as to how Ruby is gonna try and form her idol group. How is that gonna work out for her? What struggles are they gonna go through? Last but not least, how is the plot going to go on from here on forward? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm filled with questions, but the questions and questions can only take us so far until they show it to us episode by episode. Ladies and gentlemen, we tend to do this every Friday and Sunday. In some cases, we have special occasions where I stream randomly throughout the week if I have the day off or if I'm doing something or I have some time. Like today. Today is a Wednesday, in case you guys are wondering. When did you film this? It's a Wednesday. Next week, I will be filming on Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. By the time this goes up, it is going to be on Thursday, May 11th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will be streaming the 5th episode of OshiNoKo, giving you guys a heads up. I'm also doing a mind crawl on I with the voice of Kyles McGiles, of very, very amazing voice actors reading 45510, some parts of 45510, giving us a voice for I. And let's just say shit's gonna get wild, ladies and gentlemen. I think I let Evil Ed out of the cage for that one, and we went a little hard for that. And the theme is what is love. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you're on YouTube, if you liked what you saw, hit that like button, share, subscribe, comment. It really helps a ton. And I hope you guys practice that self-care. I hope you enjoyed and know that this is all based on psychological principles.